Today's topic of discussion is going to be PTSD or post traumatic stress disorder. So, here we go. PTSD is a mental health condition that's triggered by a terrifying event, either experiencing it or witnessing it. Symptoms may include flashbacks, nightmares, and severe anxiety, as well as uncontrollable thoughts about the event. Most people who go through traumatic events have temporary difficulty adjusting and coping, but with time and good self care, they usually get better. If the symptoms get worse, last for months or even years, and interfere with your day to day functioning, you may have PTSD. PTSD symptoms may start within 1 month of a traumatic event, but sometimes symptoms may not appear until years later. These symptoms cause significant problems in social or work situations and in relationships. They can also interfere with your ability to go about your normal daily tasks. PTSD symptoms are generally grouped into four types: intrusive memories, avoidance, negative changes in thinking and mood, and changes in physical and emotional reactions. Symptoms can vary over time or vary from person to person. Okay, we're going to start with the four types of symptoms for PTSD. It's grouped into four different types. The first type was intrusive memories. Symptoms of intrusive memories are recurrent, unwanted, distressing memories of the traumatic event, reliving the traumatic event as if it were happening again, upsetting dreams or nightmares about the traumatic event, severe emotional distress or physical reactions to something that reminds you of the traumatic event. And then we have the symptoms of avoidance, which may include trying to avoid thinking of talking about the traumatic event, trying to avoid thinking or talking about the traumatic event, avoid places, activities, or people that remind you of the traumatic event. And then you have the negative changes in thinking and mood symptoms, which include negative thoughts about yourself, other people, or the world, hopelessness about the future, memory problems, including not remembering important aspects of the traumatic event, difficulties with maintaining close relationships, feeling detached from family and friends, lack of interest in activities you once enjoyed, difficulty experiencing positive emotions, feeling emotionally numb. And then last, you have changes in physical and emotional reactions, which include being easily startled or frightened, always being on guard for danger, self-destructive behaviors such as drinking too much or driving too fast, trouble sleeping, trouble concentrating, irritability, angry outbursts, or aggressive behavior, overwhelming guilt or shame. And what PTSD means for me, I started experiencing PTSD symptoms at a young age. It actually started when I was 15. Um, I was molested and raped when I was a little girl, and for a long time, for like maybe about like 7, 8 years, I pushed it to the back of my mind, tried to act like it didn't happen. And then for whatever reason, like just like how I read, sometimes PTSD takes years to kick in. For whatever reason, when I was 15, like I couldn't stop thinking about it. I couldn't stop dreaming about it. It was haunting me in my dreams. I kept reliving it in my dreams. And I started having dreams of like me being chased and raped in my dreams by, like, it was a different person every time I had this dream. It was never the same person, and it was always like impossible for me to get away. No matter how hard I was trying to fight in my dream or run in my dream, it never worked. I was never able to get away from the person that was attacking me. And I know that I was having this dream because that's exactly what happened in my attack. When I got attacked, I tried to run away, and he caught me by my leg and he pulled me back in. And that's when things happened, and I was trying to fight him off, but he's way bigger than me, so that did not work. And so I already know that me having these recurring dreams of me like basically fighting for my life and losing every time was happening because of what I experienced. This is my body's way of me reliving this. So that's when it started to freak me out. That's when I ended up telling my mom about it, because I didn't know what to do besides to tell my mom about it and to tell my dad, because like I said, it started freaking me out, these dreams. They really started freaking me out. So that's when my PTSD started. Then after that, I started to deal with my son's father, and in my domestic violence video, I don't know if you want to watch that, but I went into a little bit of detail about some of the things that he did to me. So I do have PTSD now from that. I still flinch. My husband could put up his hand, not even at me, just in general. I could see from the corner of the eye, like him going like this, lifting his arm up or something, and it'll make me jump because subconsciously I feel like he's going to hit me, because that's how bad my relationship was. I was just getting hit for no reason. So that's how I see that as. And I'm actually, I can honestly say I'm getting better. My husband's working with me on that aspect, and I didn't notice, actually it was this past week, that there was the one day he lifted up his hand and I'm sitting next to him and I didn't jump, and I noticed it immediately, because seriously, like, I got so used to just having that automatic reaction of like, oh, like just getting startled, that when I didn't have this reaction, once he lifted up his hand, like, it made me very happy, because it made me feel like I'm finally starting to get over these feelings that I have. I'm finally starting to get over. So it made me very happy. But yeah, I definitely do have PTSD from that. I do not like knives. I'm not a fan of knives. Knives give me bad memories. I don't like guns anymore. Guns give me bad memories from having guns put in my mouth and guns put to my head and to my throat and threatened my life. I don't really feel comfortable around people with firearms. I'm trying to think of other examples of the way PTSD has affected my life. But for the most part, that's pretty much it. I do have anxiety, but like, I already had anxiety. So it's not just anxiety specifically from PTSD. I just have anxiety in general. So that's another thing that is also related to PTSD, would be my anxiety. It's also another reason why I don't like going to social gatherings, because I feel like I just feel very unprotected at social gatherings, because I feel like anything can happen. And people nowadays are more inclined to pull out their cell phone and start recording than to actually help. So that is what scares me about this generation, and that is why I do not like to go out anymore. I actually had a very traumatic experience happen to me at a nightclub. A guy got shot in his head right next to me. It wasn't just me, it was actually me and the group of friends that I was with, because we were all standing in like a group, and then there was another group next to us, and then these two guys started fighting. The fight got broken up. Now, if you ask me, security should have kicked the guys out of the club once they broke up the fight, but they didn't. They must have thought that the issue was resolved. It wasn't. They broke up the fight, and not even 5 minutes later, you hear gunshots just start going off, and yeah, dude got popped in his head. And that was very traumatizing for me. I did not go out after that for months. Like, it was months I didn't go after that. I'm already traumatized because of guns, and now one just went off right next to me, so loud. Somebody got shot in the head by this bullet. The gun actually went off more than once, but it must have only one bullet connected the guy. I think the guy actually lived, if I'm not mistaken. I think he lived, so that's a good thing. But just the fact that it happened, it scared the crap out of me. And the first thing I did, this is funny because I was just telling you guys yesterday about like my separation anxiety and like how close I am to my mom. So the first thing I do when I get scared, because as a matter of fact, I got trampled. That's what happened. The gunshots started going off. People started running. Like I explained before, I'm a very small person, so I'm getting pushed. I get pushed, I fall down, and then I literally start getting ran over. Like, people are literally stepping on me. Literally stepping on me, on my back, like the back of my legs, back of my arms, back of my neck. Like, I had bruises everywhere the next day. But anyway, so I finally am able to get to my car, and
literally the first thing I do is I call my mom. Like, I wanted my mom. That's what I did, and I told her, "Oh my God, there was a shooting and I got trampled." And da, da, da. Yeah, that was not fun at all. So that's another event that had traumatized me. I don't really think I've had too many other traumatizing events in my life, at least not that I can think of right now. So I'm going to end this video. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos. Share my channel, please. Tell your friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe to my channel. And don't forget, I have the t-shirts and the donations open. I have the bracelets. I have the anxiety cube. And all those links are going to be posted in the description. They're actually in the description of all of my videos. So you can click on any video and there it is. Again, thank you guys for watching and you have a great day.